What's happening, everyone? Thank you for joining us for another Overwatch Odyssey League matchup. Here we have got the third and final matchup for Week 3. Tonight we have got Overwatch Odyssey going up against Jade Dynasty. So for those of you who have not been here, Jade Dynasty so far has been leading with a pretty dominant performance. Meanwhile, Overwatch Odyssey, they've had some definitely good showings, but they're going to have to step up and bring their A game if they're going to want to compete here tonight. Joining me to commentate this evening's match is none other than Jakey Wakey 19, aka Jake himself. How we doing, Jake?
Doing good. I mean, playing against Jade Dynasty, I'm excited to see how this matchup goes.
Certainly, certainly. All right, well, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started with yet again Flashpoint at Servasa. So let's see what happens here.
Initiating match.
Alright, we're gonna have to do some quick editing here to make sure we can get some stats. Alright, and we should be good to go. Apologize about that. So waiting on the teams here to finalize their lineups here. So right now you see Comrade for the Overwatch Odyssey is going to be sticking with Ana. You see Bitcoin on Diva. Buddy playing the Hanzo that we know and love. Now you do recognize some of these names from some other matchups. Unfortunately, we did have to have some fill-ins. But we see some interesting things. You see Mark is going to be playing Pharah, Baconator on Moira. Meanwhile, on the Jade Dynasty side, we have got Oso on Rhine, Squid on Bastion, Arrow playing Lucio, Khan on May, and Lelouch on Baptiste. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, like you said, we do have kind of a mix on that Overwatch Odyssey side, and I'm really excited to see that. I have played with a couple of those guys, and you know how they play these characters. I'm excited to see that.
And you see Buddy's able to take Squid down. You see Bitcoin really applying some pressure there against Oso. Immortality is used. Khan takes down Mark. You see Comrades going down to Oso. Baconator is able to finish out Oso with the Death Orb. Really fighting here in the corner. And you see Jade Dynasty is able to come away with the first point. Buddy takes down Arrow. Is Khan. Khan v Baconator. Baconator is going to go ahead and come out here. And Mark is here to support Bitcoin. There's no Iceberg, so if they're able to get Khan down, Baconator needing to provide some healing. Oso there to contest the point to prevent them from capping it. Baconator does go down. Squid is able to take down Mark and Arrow with Bitcoin. Squid Storm also taking down Comrade. So Overwatch Odyssey is going to have to regroup here a little bit. You see Buddy heading back.
I am kind of loving this team character from Jade Dynasty. We did see Flashpoint as the first map in the last matchup, and we did see that the team that got to that little doorway there first didn't exactly get the push that they wanted. but I feel like Jade Dynasty really did a good job with that push.
Definitely. Mark really pushing in that Bastion. They've only got 10% left to contest the point here. Buddy does take down Oso, which is going to be a huge hit. Bitcoin using the Diva ult. Not quite able to get anyone. Arrow does take down Bitcoin before able to remech. Buddy taking COD down. Squid on Mark. We have Visor being used by Squid here to finish out the Vanward Odyssey. Buddy does go down as well. And Baconator is running, but getting chased down here.
During that fight there, we do see Jade Dynasty. Jade Dynasty also getting into the second point first, getting that initial push, and kind of picking out their strategy.
Sure. Now, I will say, Jakey, although I liked your analysis there, I don't want you to take away credit from Baconator. Although it might have been by a hair, he did beat Arrow to get there.
That is a fair point. I will apologize to Baconator.
Definitely. Solid Earth Shatter from Oso, able to get a couple elims, and by a couple I mean a team kill, but not before going down himself. Vanward Odyssey kind of pushing here to this room.
If you see Comrade going ahead and switching off the armor, going to that.
Oh, and Comrade does go down. Beat is dropped. Baconator is going to go ahead and use Coalescence, but does go down to Khan. See, Buddy's also switching to Soldier here. And Buddy, unfortunately, does go down.
Jade Dynasty already at 65%. I think we might see just one more push in Vanward Odyssey. Hopefully
Yeah, you see Bitcoin is going to go ahead and switch off to Rhine as well. And you're going to see Blizzard coming, able to get 2, 3 down. Buddy goes down. Bitcoin goes down. Comrade goes down. Mark goes down, and Baconator again escaping the pressure here. Fading away from Arrow, and the rest of Jade Dynasty shortly behind.
See, Baconator did manage to get away there, Andrew, but you also got to realize Jade Dynasty is already up 2 points to 0, and so Vanward Odyssey really has to turn it around.
Another Visor here coming from Squid Storm. With a combination of the Earth Shatter here. Bitcoin trying to get out but unable to do so. Mark is walled off by Khan, and it's just Buddy there. Buddy is able to take down Squid Storm, but going down shortly after there. Window here coming from Alosh, however, taken out by a Fire Strike coming from Bitcoin. Bitcoin getting really low. Mark is able to take down Oso. Visor here coming from Buddy. Really pushing in, not quite able to get Khan down. But Khan does eventually go down with the help of Baconator. And Arrow is able to take down Comrade, but retreating back to the rest of his team. Baconator looking pretty low. Bitcoin going down as well. Mark also down with the help of the Beat, protecting the team here. Arrow really pushing in against Buddy with the help of Oso. And Buddy does go down. You see Comrade having a 1v1 here with Squid Storm. And now the rest of Jade Dynasty is here. I keep saying that. I don't know why it's so hard to say Jade, but apparently it is. Bitcoin taking 2 down with a Fire Strike, but getting frozen. that
first game.
Victory. Play of the game.
With losing game 1, I'm really excited to see Game 1 Odyssey.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a short intermission as we get ready for the next matchup here. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. We are getting ready for Game 2 in this matchup between Jade Dynasty and Overwatch Odyssey. Jade Dynasty coming away with the first game in this matchup. They are now moving on to Escort at Rialto. So let's see what the Overwatch Odyssey can do in order to come away with possibly a dub here in this second game. See, looking at the scoreboard here, the Jade Dynasty came away with a resounding victory in this Flashpoint matchup. So let's see, again, what Overwatch Odyssey, what changes they can make as far as hero composition and some other things that they can do in order to maybe come away with the victory. I did like the first push that they had against Jade Dynasty, and then they seemed to fall apart a little bit. But then again, on that third and final point there in the Flashpoint matchup, they seemed to get things together at least for a short while before ultimately fall into the Jade Dynasty.
Of course. I'm hoping they keep that aggressive mentality. I feel like that really helped them a lot. I feel like there might be a little bit of strategy changes and, like you said, hero changes. But I'm excited to see how this map turns around.
Sure. Alright, so looking at the Overwatch Odyssey lineup, so they did make some changes as far as roles. So you see Comrade is now playing DPS, Baconator still on support, Buddy is now the other support player. Looking up their lineup, they're going Soldier, Junkrat, Zen, Reinhardt, and Ana. Meanwhile, Oso is going to go ahead and play Roadhog. You see Squid is playing Sojourn, Arrow playing Lucio, Khan on Genji, and Lelouch on Baptiste.
We do see Khan jumping straight into that back line.
Yep. Unable to come with anything, but doing kind of Genji's job here. Bitcoin able to take Oso down with the help of Mark, who finishes off the elimination there. You see Khan flanking here in the back line, diving in against the back line. Really applying some pressure. Bitcoin turn around, but looks like Khan is having to regroup and regather before diving back in there. Baconator looking really low, unable to get saved by Buddy before going down. Buddy also goes down here. Bitcoin down, Comrade going down as well. That is effectively a team kill. Bitcoin going down to Oso here.
Oso able to get down Mark as well. And Comrade. This is a really aggressive push from Jade Dynasty.
Yeah. You see they just have Lelouch pushing the payload here. Earthshatter coming from Bitcoin, able to get Khan down, but nothing else here. You see Mark trying to get away from the speed boosted Roadhog. Able to get the ante, really pushing in against. Beat is dropped to save Oso here. Bitcoin does go down. And Mark able to get both Arrow and Oso.
Also looking super low, trying to get back to his team. Is able to. We do still see two other ultimates coming up from the Dynasty here, as well as potentially two from the Overwatch as well.
This ends now.
See Squid using ultimate here.
Does get Buddy a rush, gets Baconator, Squid able to get Bitcoin as well, and then Mark takes out Squid.
Good ante there coming from Buddy. Ultimate is used. Window is used in that corner. Baconator pushing out here. Nano is used. Buddy is able to take down Lelouch with the help, of course, of Bitcoin. Squidstorm goes down. Khan is down. It is just Arrow and Oso here. Oso does go down. Arrow is retreating back to the team. Bitcoin trying to chase after, but regrouping. Falling back here. Another good switch here, possibly. Comrade is going to go ahead and try Symmetra.
I do feel like Vanguard Odyssey is kind of starting to figure out that team chemistry, getting their strategies down a little bit better. And hopefully, points and heroes will go down. Mark, able to get Oso allows you
Ult coming from Comrade, but a little bit too late. Now the wall is unfortunately positioned there. Mark able to get Khan down. Get some help here from Buddy.
Almost getting Lelouch, but Lelouch able to get back.
Got a really solid hold here coming from Vanguard Odyssey. That anti from Buddy is also helping tremendously here against Oso's Roadhog.
Indeed, indeed it is.
I like the switch to Symmetra going into Khan's Genji. Oso does go down. You see Squid is pushing on the payload. Forced to come back a little bit. Comrade looking really low. Comrade does go down, but not before getting Lelouch there.
Did you see Lelouch switching over to the Kuriga?
That's going to help tremendously. Like I said, Buddy's antis were proven pretty harmful to Oso's Hog, but with the cleanse here, and the Mark does go down. The Dragon Blade coming. Lots of ults being used. Baconator doing his best to keep the team alive. Comrade looking low as well. Buddy nanoing Bitcoin there in the backline, but not before going down himself. Mark there to try and help the team. Mark going down as well. Mark is at ult, but unfortunately I don't know that Mark will be able to use it here. Honestly, I would say a really impressive hold coming from Vanguard Odyssey right around coming to the last checkpoint. I think had we seen that team comp, but also that play style coming from Vanguard Odyssey, this game would have been very different.
Of course, of course. I feel like the ante was just on point that entire fight, especially with that choke right there that they were holding. And I think that Lelouch might even be regretting not bringing out that Kiriko a little bit sooner. But overall, I feel like it was a good switch at the end. They were kind of realizing what was going on around them.
For sure. And now Vanguard Odyssey is going to have their attempt on the offensive side of things. Let's see what they're able to bring to the table now as they're the ones pushing the payload.
And as we've seen, this can turn a match completely. It's always different strategies between defense and offense, and I'm excited to see kind of how they change the mentality.
Certainly. You do see Bitcoin is going to go ahead and come off of Winston, go into Reinhardt. Buddy sticking with that Ana, maybe playing into Oso. Baconator going to stick with Zenyatta. Comrade trying out Ashe. And Mark is still deciding here. Oso is going to go ahead and play Reinhardt. With the help of Arrow, though, maybe trying to get some boots there off the bridge. You see them clearing the debris, trying to open that up there, get some hooks and some boops there off the bridge. Squid is going to be playing Widow. Khan now switching to Pharah and Lelouch on Illari.
3, 2, 1.
We haven't seen very many Widow plays and Illari plays, so I'm excited to see kind of how these turn out, how they're played. We do see Mark eventually going over to Bastion. I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah. You see Oso missing the hook there, laying down Pigpen, getting destroyed there from Bitcoin. Bitcoin also well aware of Arrow's intentions to try and get some boots. Squid is able to take down Buddy.
Khan does boop off Bitcoin as well. Squid getting marked.
This is almost entirely a boop composition, I would say. really trying to force them across that bridge. Having to get past far. Excellent move coming from Comrade, knocking Oso off with his own strategy. Squid getting a double kill against Baconator and Comrade. You see Arrows there. Really fighting against Mark. Unable to get the boop though.
Yeah, Andrew, that was a really good play there by Comrade, making sure Oso does kind of look for that hook, and once he got to that hook, he just went for it.
See Arrow really pushing in here.
You see Mark on Sombra now,
You're getting the hack and the virus. You see, able to get off the ult. Able to get Baconator down. See Khan getting an ult there, being able to take down Buddy and Comrade here. Bitcoin and Mark playing on point.
Baconator does get the res for Calm. Khan able to get Buddy, and then Mark going ahead and getting Squid right before going down to the left.
Bitcoin charging in there as well. See Mark coming around trying to flank here. Mark taking down Squid. I think Mark has some sort of grudge here against Squid, but Squid was doing a lot of damage, so regardless of the outcome, I think that was much needed. Oso is slept here. Solid ult coming here from Mark. Lausch is looking really low, but not able to evade Mark. Squid coming back here, taking Mark down, however. And Comrade is able to take down Squid.
30 seconds.
They've got 30 seconds to push here. Unfortunately, they do not have any ults, but looking at the other side, looks like Khan will be coming up here on ult as well, while Squid just switched off to Hanzo. You see Khan's ult there, does go down to Mark.
Oso able to get Bacon. Mark looking pretty low. Does go down to Lausch. And Lausch also
Victory. Play of the game.
Alrighty, and we will be right back after switching everything up here. Alrighty, welcome back everyone for the next game. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. So this next game here, we have got the Jade Dynasty up 2-0 against the Overwatch Odyssey. So next we're going to be seeing Push at New Queen Street. So let's see what happens. Looking at the scoreboard here, you see Jade Dynasty came away with a 3-0 victory in both Flashpoint and the the escort match here. Although I would like to say the scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect the performance. Definitely Jade Dynasty did an excellent job on defense. Looking at Overwatch Odyssey's defensive positioning and whatnot, right there at that last checkpoint before Jade Dynasty finished out the match, it looked pretty good. But they were unable to turn around on offense to possibly get the victory there in the second game. So I'd like to see what they can do here in the third game. This could potentially be the third and final game before the match ends. So let's see what Overwatch Odyssey can do to keep this game alive here.
Yeah, like you said, I completely agree with you saying that the scores right now do not kind of reflect that.
Ready for battle.
We have seen a lot of good pushes from both sides. Jade Dynasty just kind of maybe would have been just a little bit more on their side than they have been allowed us having quite a few subs and still trying to find that team chemistry,
5,
synergy
4,
that Cove
3,
would always tell us about, that word that you brought up.
1.
Yep.
Objective
So you
lost.
see
Defense.
Comrade is now going to be playing Junkrat. You see Mark is going to go ahead and switch to May. Baconator on Baptiste. Bitcoin is going to go ahead and play Hog against Oso's Hog here, and Buddy is going to play Ana. So we'll see what happens here. You see Jade Dynasty is playing up top. Meanwhile, Overwatch Odyssey is going low, so let's see what happens. If we've learned anything from Anakin Skywalker, high ground is pretty dangerous. You see Buddy is going down, Baconator down, and Comrade is down. Jade Dynasty really pushing into the back line here. Mark is going down as well, and you see Bitcoin is falling back here.
I really like the aggression from Jade Dynasty's initial push. Just kind of wanted to take over that point, get a little bit of progress first. That way they don't necessarily fall behind right off the bat.
Yeah. And Squid is going to hit Comrade in the forehead with an icicle, taking Comrade down here. Mark is going to answer back by taking Squid down. Buddy looking low as Arrow is pushing in the back line. Able to stay up thanks to Baconator here. Throwing Immortality to keep Bitcoin alive. Anti hitting Khan there. You also see Moira being played by Lausch there. Bitcoin is able to take Oso, but Khan is taking down Baconator. Buddy is fighting Arrow in the back line.
You see, able to get Lausch. I'm right, going ahead and taking out.
Yep, we got a Riptire here coming from Khan. Able to get both Mark and Baconator. So you see it's just Buddy here and Bitcoin, and then Comrade is down low here. Arrow and Lelouch are going to go ahead and push Comrade there in the back line, taking him down. Buddy is now facing off against Lelouch there and being assisted by Squid. You see Bitcoin's going to go ahead and use ult and does go down to Khan. You see a icicle fight here between Mark and Squid. Comrade is playing up top, getting that health pack to stay alive, getting pushed a little bit by Lelouch's orb there, but then Arrow jumps up to see if they can finish the work here. You see Blizzard is getting used. Mark is going to go ahead and use Icicle to stay out of it. Baconator goes down, Comrade down, Bitcoin down, Mark down, and Buddy down. That is a team kill. Bitcoin is going to go ahead and switch to Orisa. You see Jade Dynasty playing very aggressive, attacking the spawn of Vanguard Odyssey. Comrade kind of charging in there. And Comrade does go down. You see a Blizzard here coming from Mark. They are able to get Oso down. Buddy going down to Oso, however. Squid looking really low. And there's the rip tire from Khan.
Arrow also taking out Bitcoin there. Squid winning the May 1v1 against Mark as well.
You see Comrade using rip tire, but unfortunately it does go down. No one is pushing the payload. There you see Khan coming in to finish the job here. See Baconator using window. Baconator's gonna have to stay alive here. Baconator does go down. Mark is able to take down Squid, but goes down to Oso. Oso using ult to push away Vanguard Odyssey. See Comrade playing some distance away from point. Comrade does go down as well. Buddy is there. Baconator charging in with Moira, trying to stay alive. Goes down. Mark is playing up in the high ground here. Gonna have to touch. Does go down. Bitcoin using ult here. Baconator's gonna have to fade. Is there to stall point a little bit longer. And that is going to be it.
Play of the game.
Alrighty, well that is all she wrote for this matchup between Jade Dynasty and Vanguard Odyssey. Jade Dynasty coming away with a resounding 3-0 victory against the Vanguard Odyssey team. So thank you again for everyone who's here to watch. Thank you for both competitors, especially those filling in here for the Vanguard Odyssey team as we're working through some things. But we appreciate all of you, both competitors and again watchers, as we're going through this Overwatch Odyssey League matchup, and get ready for next week on Monday, December 4th. We will have the world's worst facing up against the Respawn Rangers, so be there for that matchup. I am excited to see that matchup here. So to all of you at home watching, thank you and have a good